Okay, joined by Dessie Farrell, Dublin Senior Football Manager. Dessie, defeat to Tyrone here this afternoon here in Oma. What's your assessment of the game?
Yeah, disappointed with the performance. Yeah, it's hard to unpack really, but overall just didn't bring the level of intensity that was required. We knew Tyrone were going to be very competitive today, a lot on the line for them in terms of avoiding relegation. So it was a great opportunity to test ourselves in a competitive environment, and unfortunately we came up very short.
Obviously conditions played a pretty big part today. Tyrone took that lead in the last maybe 15-20 minutes of that first half. They were able to build up a pretty big lead. We struggled to maybe get into the game with the win in that second half. Is that pretty much disappointing from your point of view that we weren't able to kind of kick on that second half with the win?
Yeah, I think we got into the game. I think it was just our shooting efficiency, shot selection was poor. And in that third quarter, I think we had 10 shots, one score, albeit a two-pointer, but just that ultimately proved to be very costly at the end of the day. You know, when you're against the clock and that far down the scoreboard, you need to be doing a better job in terms of knocking over those scores, and we didn't, and that was disappointing.
Brings an end to our league campaign, Dessie. I know you mentioned at the start that getting to a league final would have been a positive, a bonus, I guess, at the end of the league final. But your aims, objectives for the league this season were a little bit different in terms of blooding young players. How do you assess the league campaign overall in that regard?
Yeah, obviously we're disappointed with today's performance, but when you step back from it, you know, if you told us at the start of the league campaign that we'd be heading into the last game with the potential of making a league final, we definitely would have taken that. It's disappointing not to have arrived at that position ultimately, because you know, it would have been another competitive game, great opportunity for the younger players to get more experience. It's difficult to replicate those types of situations on the practice ground or in the training environment. So that's a miss for sure. But overall, you'd have to say happy with, you know, where we're at. Blooded a lot of young players. A lot of fellas got a decent amount of game time there, which hopefully will serve them well in terms of experience coming into the championship. You know, and new leaders stepping up throughout the campaign as well. You know, we'd Sigerson to deal with, a lot of players involved in that. Kula obviously had a good run in the championship. Some senior players late coming back, and then we pick up a good few injuries early on in the campaign. So overall, to end up where we did in the league, I think we'd have to say that we were happy with that, just disappointed ultimately with today's performance.